They are at it again, my brothers and sisters. We have got another attempt at 1,000% tax on ARs, semi-automatics coming from the Democratic Party on Friday. While we were all watching the ATF and the SCOTUS drama, they snuck this bad boy in. I'm going to walk you through this entire thing, and I'm going to show you why this is bordering on obsession, zealotry, and honest to goodness, just fail blogs. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one because this is honestly comical. Okay, so of course, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are distributing freedom twice daily on this channel, and we'd love to have you along. So thank you so much for that consideration. Let's dive into this. So, we did a video yesterday. And on that video, it was all about somebody wants some attention. You can see the thumbnail right here and check the video out. It's yesterday's video. Now, a big thing that we covered was a letter that the Democrats from the Gun Prevention Task Force sent to Kevin McCarthy, the Republican chairman of the House, or the GOP chair, or Speaker of the House, rather. So now, on that same day, we're going to talk about something that they put forward again, 1,000% excise tax on semi-automatic weapons. Now, again, remember, in that video I did yesterday, I tied together everything from the discharge petitions to the Gun Violence Prevention Task Force to the new letter, and now this bill. There is activity going forward from the Democratic side in order to garner political advantage. That's all that this is. Now, check this out. Democrats demand 1,000% excise tax on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. Democrats failed to move the same idea when they controlled the House last year. We talked about that when it was going down. In fact, there was a lot of conjecture that that was something they were going to push, even though it had not a chance to get out of the House. It didn't even get out of Nancy Pelosi's House. The assault weapons ban did, but this did not. This was not a serious attempt. Then it didn't even get past the Senate because it couldn't get out of the House. We knew that was going to happen. So now, let me show you what they're going again, because it's bordering on obsession at this point. More than 24 House Democrats put forward legislation Friday that would slap assault weapons and high-capacity magazines with 1,000% excise tax, a change that would raise the price of a $500 weapon to $5,000 in a bid to reduce access to guns across the country. Representative Don Bayer, Democrat Virginia, and 24 other House Democrats introduced the legislation Friday, the second time the Democrats have put forward the idea. Now, this is the point I want to set up camp on, and this is very important. If you are a Democrat out there, if you're a Republican, if you are on the lower end of the socioeconomic spectrum, if you have just enough money to defend yourself with a reasonable price entry firearm, this now puts you outside the realm of possibility. This is a Democratic tactic. Price you out of your rights. I can have my rights. You have your rights. It's perfectly fine. You just have to pay 1,000% excise tax, and a $500 firearm goes to $5,000. After all, it's all about safety. This is not about safety. This is about gun control at the expense of anybody who can't afford the privileged rights of which the Democrats are trying to make privileged. This is everyone's right, and that's why we will fight this every single time they bring it up. It is ludicrous on its face, but they do the exact same thing across the board with licensing schemes in all the gun control areas. Make it too expensive so people can't do it. That way they don't use their rights, but they still have them. This is a Democrat attack. This is one of their perspectives. This is one of the things that they do. If you do not believe me, look at Chicago, look at Oregon, look at Washington State, look at New York, look at Connecticut, look at any of the gun control states. All of their licensing schemes are in place for you to have your safety. You just have to pay hundreds of dollars and pay for fingerprinting and pay for all this testing. It's pricing you out of your rights, and that's wrong. Easy. Now, let's continue. The text of Bayer's new bill was not out for the weekend, and believe me, I'll get it and I'll show you guys. And it was unclear if any changes were made from his 2022 version. His bill from last year imposed the tax on any magazine or related device that can accept more than 10 rounds of ammunition. So there's that same 10 rounds again. These people are zealots. They are using your rights to discriminate against others who can't afford them in order to gain political power. These people, I'm going to be nice. This is malfeasance. I'll say that, okay? But let's keep going because there's even more stuff here. And if you thought it was just ARs, check this out. The same 1,000% tax would be imposed on any semi-automatic weapon. That's a pistol. That's not just an AR. That's also a hunting shotgun. They are going after your rights by pricing you out of them. Let's continue. Which last year's bill defined as a semi-automatic rifle or pistol with a fixed magazine of 10 rounds or more, or it would have other various features. Under that rule, a weapon that normally costs $2,000 would force customers to pay more than $20,000, a change Bayer said that, argued last year could help curb the epidemic of gun violence. Criminals can buy things off the street that are stolen items that are illegally obtained, but everyone who is legal, you have to pay 1,000% excise tax. And where's that money going? Oh, don't worry, we'll figure it out. It's for gun violence prevention. Zealotry. Anyway, one more thing for you, because again, this is where even the source is tying this together, what we're covering. Bayer's new bill was introduced a day after more than 100 Democrats told House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, Republican California, that they are disappointed that House GOP leaders haven't moved any legislation this year to curb gun ownership in America. Curb gun ownership in America, not gun violence prevention, not curb gun violence, not curb any of the problems, the epidemic, scourge, whatever word they want to use. Curb gun ownership. They will always tell you the outcome. They will always tell you the destination. You just have to listen. And they are trying to put forward a bill that has a tax to price you out of your rights that are yours. Democrat, Republican, Independent, it doesn't matter. Next generation, 18, 20, 21, 45, it doesn't matter. They are trying to price you out of your rights for their political ambition. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments field below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.